good. Hi, can everyone hear me? Loud enough? Good. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Ameya Joshi, and I'm one of the new guys here at Free Code Camp, OKC, so it's nice to be here. Just joined last month, and been learning quite a few new things since I joined, so thumbs up to that. So today I'm going to just do a brief talk about myself, my background, and what brought me to Free Code Camp, why the switch from Meteorology all the way to IT, and give you a short website presentation. So originally, as you might have guessed by my accent, I'm not from here. I'm originally from Mumbai, India. It's a city of about 18 million residents, about 21 million metro. It's India's financial capital, so lots of hustle and bustle there, lots of things to do and see. So I moved with my family to the US in 1997, and I had a few years of schooling left, so I attended Norman High, and then being in Norman, I guess for me the logical choice was to go to OU. It's right next door, so I attended meteorology was one of my top interests back then, so that's what I attended, School of Meteorology. And after that, I got my bachelor's. And obviously, the next step was to go job scouting, scan the market for openings and such. But various factors kind of came into play, and things didn't quite pan out as I had planned. So I just gave it a good thought and took a fork in the road, and went into IT after discussing it with my parents. So the first kind of real exposure I got to IT or programming itself was at Norman Technology Center. It's a vocational school about halfway between Norman and Moore. And that's where I kind of really got a good solid foundation, so to speak, for as far as object-oriented programming skills are concerned. And that course kind of laid the foundation for the next step I was to take was to go to OCCC. And over there, OCCC has a lot of good things. Great staff, a wide range of languages. I found out everything from SQL Server to .NET to web development languages. And the professors, the staff are very helpful. They even have lab assistants, which know between the 2 or 3 of them that are always there. They know a lot of languages and can help you with difficulties or problems you might face. So I call this the not-so-pros. I don't like calling it cons, but it's something that I kind of found out after I graduated is they could, if they had kind of a course, maybe add-on on a semester course, like where they they have these languages that they cover, like Node, Angular, Bootstrap, just a quick introduction to these languages and kind of blend that in with version control. I remember using Microsoft Visual Studio, but we never actually used the version control, which is built into that. So just a few kind of thoughts I had about the program after I graduated. But overall, the experience was really good. And if anyone is going to go on that route, I highly recommend OCCC. It's a really nice department there. So a little bit more about myself. Of course, I love coding. Aviation is a big hobby of mine, and you'll see in a bit exactly how big it is. Reading, biking, gaming, traveling by air. That's a clue. I'm the only one in my family who looks forward to my next airplane trip. The others just look forward to getting there. So why Free Code Camp? What brought me here? Well, one of my recruiters here in the city suggested I look at joining a kind of a community just like this one, and I had no idea about Free Code Camp before she told me to go look, do a little research on this. So once I found out, I was pretty elated to find out there's this group that exists. And basically, one of the reasons for joining it is to kind of fill in the blanks of my resume. Of course, I have the base skills and everything, but as far as the latest frameworks and technologies, I'd like to get those in my toolkit, so to speak, and of course be better prepared for an entry-level position. And I find I learn better by taking a hands-on approach. And if I can help others learn or help others solve a difficulty, that's kind of a gauge for me to see how well I've understood the problem or concept. So So why web development? Well, I really like it, and I should say love it, because I really took a liking to working with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these cool technologies in college at OCC, and I really enjoy working, building something from the ground up and making something interactive and fun for the user. And for me, I like working with graphics also. So I like working, incorporating graphics in the flow of a web page, kind of making the whole thing work together. So I really enjoy doing that. And so I'll show you my portfolio real quickly. It's kind of your basic web page. I just follow the free code camp guidelines for that, and then I'll do a review of a website I created, which I did right after graduating OCCC. So to summarize this section of my talk, I'm keeping all options open, but of course, web development is definitely at the forefront of my goals to get into as a developer. Let's quickly go to my portfolio now. So that's my portfolio. Like I said, pretty basic. I just picked up Bootstrap, so I incorporated Bootstrap into my portfolio just for the reason I wanted to kind of keep the content fluid and kind of work with a new skill, kind of dive into that. So that's pretty much it. And I have this kind of a this introduction section here, which has some interesting points, which hopefully entice you to keep scrolling down. And then I have some examples from my work at school, from work outside of school, and then some links to social pages. So pretty basic web page. And here's the website I'd like to show you now. So this is just to give you a quick nutshell kind of introduction to the website. It's based on the main purpose of the website is obviously to showcase my add-ons, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. And after graduating OCCC, I said, why not use my skills to actually do that? So this website, the idea for this website came around. And it's for a freeware flight sim game called YS Flight. It's made by Dr. Soji Amakawa. He did this back in 1999. He's a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. So it's written in C++, by the way. But yeah, the main purpose of the website is basically to showcase my game add-ons. And this is the homepage. I used HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript, a little bit of jQuery. And so the main kind of the or content of the homepage is this table, which I was going for the those old mechanical flight information display boards you used to see in the airports back in the day. Well, that's kind of the idea behind this. It's kind of a modern take on that. And so basically, it's an overview of whatever products I'm working on or what I have planned. And then these flashing lights here kind of denote the arrival of the product at the terminal. So I'm a total aviation geek. So, and then so that's kind of the introduction page to the website. And the little bit more interesting page here is for anyone who is into flight sim games or just wants to check out my add-ons. So this is the add-ons page, and I made these sliding image galleries using. There's a thing called the Cycle plugin, which you can get. I believe it's mouseup.github.org. And it makes, of course, all of your images have to be the same dimensions, but the Cycle plugin itself makes it really easy to format your image galleries. And if you like what you see, you can just slide through each image and check it out if you like what you see, and you can hopefully download one of my maps. And then I have a section on aircraft repaints. That's I'm not that good at that. I'll leave that to the experts out there. But yeah, that's my add-ons page. The rest of the website's pretty simple. So if you like what you see, you can just go ahead and check it out. It's turbofanterminal.com, and so I have a map information and all these other pages here which you can check out. So that pretty much sums it up for me. So thanks, guys.